It was at this moment that he knew.
Wait, that's Link.
Hello everyone, it's Truds here, and today we've got another Destiny 2 build video. In today's video, we are taking a further look at the new energy converter mod and what this could mean to the viability of a certain number of exotic armor pieces which were nerfed some time ago due to their insane super regeneration ability. As well as that, we are going to look at a general build that will suit all three classes in order to maximise super regen returns, as well as highlighting a few other options that could be viable to stretch these loadouts even further depending on your playstyle. Now, we did touch on this mod earlier in the season when it was bugged, but that was a really general loadout which didn't go into too many specifics or highlight potential god tier options. Getting a super back has never been easier, and thanks to this mod it'll fit right into and reward your playstyle instead of just being a spam button. So first up, let's take a look at the mod. Energy Converter. This is a new mod that was introduced with the Season of Arrivals. You can access it by attaining rank 15 at the Prismatic Recaster in the tower, which you level up by using the twisted energy you obtain from completing the weekly bounties. The mod is a Void Affinity one, which costs 4 Void Energy. You can place it on any Void Affinity armor piece which accepts Arrivals mods. This is currently worth it an Arrivals armor, but will soon be any year 3 armor set when year 4 hits in September. The main perk of this mod is that while you are charged with light, using your grenade grants super energy, consuming all stacks of charged with light. The more stacks you have, the more energy you gain, up to a maximum of 50% of your super energy. Now, this mod also comes with a negative 10 to your discipline stat, and therefore affects the recharge rate of your grenade ability, which is ultimately key to the success of this mod working for you. Now, what this mod doesn't say is that you have to use this charge with light grenade within the first 50% of your super, and it also won't work until after you have cast your first super in any play session. So you can artificially bump up your energy to obtain that first super ability. However, after that, it is free reign. So in the next part of this video, we are going to look at some crazy exotic armor pieces that you must use with this mod to get nearly instant back-to-back supers in any game mode. For this part of the video, we are going to assume that you've obtained a 5-time stack of Charge with Light, which is the maximum you can obtain right now in the game, and will guarantee the best returns for your super energy. I'm going to be showcasing a number of options from this build in the background gameplay as we talk about what we've got going on. Hunters have been hit specifically hard with these recent super regen tweaks by Bungie, with the most recent being the Night Stalker's tether, but Blade Barrage was also a target for super regen nerf too. Now, these two Hunter supers reigned supreme for a long time, as you could get full supers back to back over and over again when paired with Orpheus rigs and Shards of Galanor respectively. The Uncanny Arrows perk on Orpheus rigs will return super energy for each enemy tethered. Likewise, the Sharp Edges perk on Shards of Galanor allows for hits and kills with Blade Barrage to return super energy after the super ends. In recent times, it hasn't been possible due to the diminishing returns applied to these exotics, but now, when paired with a 5-time stack of Charge with Light, you can effectively pull these exotics from the past to be as strong as they used to be. All you need to do is throw your grenade once you've cast either super and watch your super energy refill. For both to work though, this definitely works better and is a lot more consistent the more combatants you hit with each of these supers. Now, this effect with the Energy Converter mod works in exactly the same manner for Warlocks too, especially when paired with the once coveted Skull of Dire Ahamkara and the Top Tree Slover Bomb. This arguably gives you even greater leeway too, as you can use your grenade before your Nova Bomb even connects with anything, technically having half of your super back from throwing your grenade before Skull of Dire Ahamkara's super regen perk starts to kick in. Even if these exotics don't fully recharge your super for whatever reason, you'll be so much closer to another with a very limited cooldown time. Now there's a few more exotics to discuss that offer super returns on a slightly different manner, but are just as effective at super regeneration, especially when paired with the energy converter mod. Phoenix Protocol was a must-have exotic armor piece when it came to completing the Reckoning during Season of the Drifter, but since then diminishing returns were also applied to it. The Battle Heath perk will return super energy with kills and assists while standing in your Well of Radiance. This exotic can still do the business in many encounters, but when used with energy converter you'll get a super back in no time at all. As for Titans, you're kind of lacking in this department, with only one real choice, but it does work in the same way as the others we've already mentioned. Ursa Furiosa are the Titan exotic gauntlets required for this. Guarding damage whilst your Sentinel Shield super is active converts to super energy when the super ends, thanks to its intrinsic perk, Ursine Guard. This exotic has come in clutch for endgame content previously, where you were required to tank damage during a DPS phase, as guarding with a middle tree code of the commander will provide a huge shield for allies to shoot through with increased damage output much like the Ward of Dawn, but it will also protect you from the incoming damage. It used to return full super energy, but again is another exotic which has succumbed to diminishing returns. But the beauty of pairing it here with Energy Converter is the super only recharges after the super ends, so by chucking a grenade immediately after, it will refund a chunk on top of Ursine Guard too. The only real downside to this one though is that if you tank too much damage during your super, you'll instantly get to the 50% mark without being able to proc Energy Converter. So make sure to pop some heads with your super so you can take full advantage of Charged with Light. Finally, there's two Arc exotics for Hunters and Warlocks that work in a similar manner. Raiju's Harness and Geomag Stabilizers both grant the ability to stop your super before it's finished, and so there's huge potential to change supers quickly with these ones too. If you cancel your Arc Strider Whirlwind Guard super or Stormcaller Chaos Reach at about the halfway point, it'll start your next super recharge at about quarter of the bar. Now by throwing a grenade, you'll bump up instantly, which in the specific case of the Warlocks with Geomags, you're literally seconds away from being able to top up your super again by sprinting thanks to Geomag's intrinsic perk, Close Enough. Lastly, and one you've probably underlooked, is Celestial Nighthawk. This also returns super on kills with Golden Gun too. Now granted, you only get one shot with Nighthawk, but if you make it count, pair it with Practice Makes Perfect on the way of the Sharpshooter subclass tree, along with the Energy Converter mod, and you've got a very strong Golden Gun build. That's pretty much it for exotic, so let's take a look at a basic build to get you the maximum Charged with Light stack. There's 3 basic mods you'll need to get this one going. These are Taking Charge, Charged Up and Supercharged. Taking Charge is a neutral energy mod which will allow you to become Charged with Light by collecting Orbs of Light, and is as straightforward as it gets, granting an initial 2 times stack. Charged Up is a solar Dawn armor mod which allows for 1 additional stack, and finally Supercharged is a solar Arrivals mod which allows for a further 2 stacks, which all add up to the maximum 5 times stack. To further enhance this build into your playstyle, there are plenty of mods now in the game which will allow you to become Charged with Light by using certain weapon types, with Sustained Charge and Swift Charge being good options for auto and pulse rifle users. You may also want to consider class item mods such as Storm of Lead or Pump Action for even more super returns from Machine Gun and Shotgun Final Blows. Perk wise on weapons, Demolitionist is a must in order to get your grenades back as soon as possible so you can chain these insane super recharged exotics all of the time. So there we go, all the supers and exotics you'll ever need to activate that special sauce in Destiny that we like to call space magic. Please let me know in the comment section below if I've missed anything to enhance these further and if you've been using this mod. Finally, if you are new around here, then please hit subscribe. It's a free and easy way to support the content I make, and whilst you're there, please give a rating down below too. I just want to thank everybody for the insane support on the channel since the start of the season. Thank you very much. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.